You may have heard that Reading Public Schools is exploring the renovation, addition, or replacement of the Killam Elementary School in partnership with the Massachusetts School Building Authority, or MSBA. The MSBA process is like a marathon. It takes persistence, endurance, and a dedicated program that takes years to achieve. This short video summarizes the first leg of this marathon, which started in 2022 when Killam School was accepted into the program. We'll show the opportunity Reading has to secure tens of millions of dollars in MSBA funding for the project, detail the physical need for a renovation, addition, or replacement of Killam School, describe how members of our community have envisioned what a new or renovated Killam School would provide our students and the entire town of Reading, and provide a timeline of the MSBA process with key dates of approval. Reading has a rare opportunity to fund a Killam School project with the MSBA. The MSBA is a state agency that helps local school districts pay for the design and construction of schools. It's competitive and needs-based. When Killam was accepted into the program in 2022, it was one of only 17 projects across the Commonwealth selected in that round. MSBA's acceptance rate for projects like this can be as low as 10 to 15%. The work is tough, but the payoff is significant. By completing the MSBA marathon, Reading will unlock tens of millions of dollars in grants that won't come out of our local property tax assessments. Since its acceptance, Reading has been working to meet the MSBA's eligibility requirements. This started by forming a school building committee of school administrators, town officials, and community volunteers. We also selected an owner's project manager, or OPM, who helps guide us through the process. One of the OPM's first tasks is to help the school building committee select a designer for the project. This completes the project team, which immediately began working to determine Reading's physical and educational needs to develop a next-generation education for our youngest learners at Killam School. Reading Public Schools applied for MSBA funding for Killam School because the building is at the end of its useful life. While our school and town facilities departments do incredible work keeping it clean, safe, and operating, Killam School was built in 1969 and has never undergone a major renovation. The building's settling foundation is damaging the building, and any renovation might require major seismic upgrades. The building's original plumbing fixtures turned up lead contamination, making the water unsafe to drink. The plumbing also does not include fire sprinklers, and large portions of the building are not accessible. Killam's mechanical system is also a patchwork, including some areas without ventilation. The main electrical equipment has never been upgraded and needs replacement. The fire alarms don't adequately cover the building, and the school's lighting is inefficient and doesn't meet today's building standards. The faces of the building, its walls, doors, windows, and siding all need to be replaced. And outside the Killam School site has major stormwater treatment issues that are affecting the properties abutting it. After more than a half-century in service, we believe the Killam School can no longer serve the vision of Reading Public Schools to support our youth to become the innovative leaders of tomorrow. Another early and key component of the MSBA Marathon is inviting our community into a visioning process for what a new or renovated Killam School could provide our students and our community. This group of students, teachers, parents, administrators, and volunteers toured schools, shadowed life at Killam, and engaged in workshops to produce this vision for a new Killam that has safe and flexible spaces, showcases student work, supports passionate, self-directed learning, and curiosity and purposeful play, with opportunities to experience nature, offers sensory and calming opportunities throughout, and is designed to serve communities of students at a particular grade level, Killam as a whole school, and the town and residents of Reading. With this vital community feedback, Killam School Building Committee produced another MSBA required step, an educational plan, which provides the guiding principles to the design team as they draft plans for a new Killam. The ED Plan, as it's called, calls for flexible, small learning communities or pods with shared breakout spaces, space to support community and a sense of belonging, a library as the heart of the building to create a town square with a STEM classroom attached, embedded special education services, small group spaces between classrooms, and sensory opportunities throughout. Evaluating our physical and educational needs at Killam School are the key components of the first leg of the MSBA Marathon, feasibility. Our school building committee is now evaluating a preliminary design program, a series of site options that consider whether to replace, renovate, and/or add on to Killam. Their single choice of the best option is called their Preferred Schematic Report, which will go to the MSBA for its approval. If the MSBA approves this choice, our marathon moves to the second leg, design. That's where the project team produces the schematics of a new or renovated Killam school. This design will also come with a budget, which gets us to the third leg, approval by our community to finance the portion of the project that's not covered by MSBA funds. We anticipate seeking town approval for the project budget in spring 2025. If the town approves the plan and its budget, the fourth and final leg is final design, then construction of a new or renovated Killam school. In Reading Public Schools, it isn't just our vision to instill a joy of learning and inspire the leaders of tomorrow. We view education as the responsibility of our schools and the community, which is why we want to work collaboratively and cooperatively with the town of Reading and with you. The Killam School Building Project has its own website, killamschool.com. This is where to go for every detail, document, archived meeting, and notices for future meetings and public gatherings to share your feedback.